Hi, my name is Kyle. Welcome to Arkansas Wushu. Let's go ahead and open up the class. So to open up, start with your right fist by your right ear. Put your left hand a little bit in front of your palm. Step sideways with your right foot. Step forward into a cat stance, pushing the hands forward. Grab and pull back. And we'll go over that 2 more times to help get it down. All right, so right fist up, left hand beside it, right foot forward. Step forward with your left foot, go down into cat stance. Grab and pull back. 1 more time. Right fist, left hand, step up, push, grab, and pull. All right, let's start off warming up a little bit. So we're just going to hold the hand straight out and do 20 circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we're going to do bigger circles. Go about 3/4 of your range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, lunge about twice, lift your shoulders, hands straight up. We're going to go 10 times over and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so in the last class we did some yellow belt basics. We're going to continue there. We did some punches, so we're going to go over some of those punches again, and then we're going to add some. So let's start off in a horse stance. We're going to start off with a straight single punch. Just one hand out. We'll do these at nose level. So if you've got a mirror or something in front of you, try to hit yourself in the nose in the mirror. Pull your other fist back to your hip. And you want to go down to a horse stance that's slightly uncomfortable. You may not be ready to stay in parallel the whole time, especially if you're starting out. So we'll come about halfway up. We'll throw a straight punch on each count. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's lower that to solar plexus level, and we're going to throw a double punch. So each count will be 2 punches back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And triple punch. So it'll be 3 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next is going to be the back fist punch. Swallow here, point your elbow, come straight out here with the back of the fist, and come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And come up. Out of that stance. Shake it out if you need to. We're going to go into a soft bow stance. So if you don't remember how to get to a soft bow, we'll start off from kind of a high horse. We'll do a side horse, left facing for me. Modified side fighting horse. And then turn the knees in for that soft bow stance. Okay, so from here we want to do a forward punch. Forward punch just means punch out the front leg. And we want to do these head height or nose height. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure whenever you punch, you're turning that foot in and pushing off the ball of that foot. 5, 6. Keep that chin down and the shoulders up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, from here, let's do the reverse punch. So now we're punching off the back leg. Same thing. When we punch, we push off of that leg, kind of spring off of it and straighten into the punch, hitting into the nose. All right, so let's throw 10 reverse punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let's go ahead and throw another double punch. So it'll be a front or a forward punch, followed by a reverse punch. It's also be considered a jab cross. Whenever you punch with this forward hand, turn on this toe, push off this heel, keep the chin down, so whenever you punch, that shoulder should come up and touch the side of your cheek, and you can look down that arm as you hit. And then as this heel is coming down, you're pushing off that back leg to throw your force into it. And same thing, when the shoulder touches the cheek, you'll know you're at the end of the punch, and it's time to come back. Okay. 1, 1, 2. Just like that. 2, 1, 2. It's easy to remember by the heel should come up on the punching hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing. Forward punch, other side. 1, make sure to come off that heel, push off that toe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I want to throw the reverse punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so I want to throw a double punch. Double punch just means 2 punches. So I want to throw the jab followed by the cross. Again, coming off the right heel, coming off the left heel. Should rock on every hit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so now we're going to look at an alternate version. Instead of a flat punch, we're going to throw a vertical punch. Can throw a vertical under the chin, to the nose, to the solar plexus, all of the targets. We want to throw it almost just like a reverse punch, just the fist is staying straight, and we're going to come straight up into our target. We want to go ahead and go nose level on this. So same thing with the stances, push off and hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Same punch. 10 vertical punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so next we're going to play with a slight variation on this punch. It's called the twisting reverse vertical punch. So it's twisting, like I said, it's still going to be off the reverse side. Still going to be a vertical punch, but because it's twisting, it's going to twist completely upside down before it hits. And although it's a weird looking hit, what happens is if you're trying to hit center line and their guard is up, it brings it to the side or around that guard just enough to get in to get that shot. And it's often used to hit the solar plexus or the heart. So you can use that punch to get in between the guard before you go back into another boxing range or whatever technique you want to do to follow with. So what you do is as you punch, twist just like you would a reverse punch, but about halfway out it's going to twist a little further over and throw out. And I like to keep this hand fixed with the elbow, so whenever it touches the hand, it'll stop the punch for me. Right there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. All right, same thing. Turning all the way over, stopping pretty much even with your palm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let's look at another version of the vertical punch. We've got the straight vertical or reverse vertical. It's off this. It would be a forward vertical. It was off the forward leg. And we've got the twisting reverse vertical. Now we're going to look at the side waist vertical. And that's pretty literal as well. You're going to step up sideways. You're going to throw the punch from your waist or waist level. And you're going to come out and hit with a vertical fist. And the point of this punch is to gain distance. Because if I'm here, I may not be able to reach him. But by turning sideways, I can. Even if I don't move my front foot, just my back foot, I still gain distance.
So by turning, I get a long range strike that may help me get more range than they have. All right, I'll do this one kind of facing sideways to make it a little easier to see. But all you do is start from how you would stand on the street, nothing special about your starting stance. You step up and you turn sideways, dropping into a horse stance or a side horse from your opponent, throwing out a vertical punch. So let's do that 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So I'll face the other way. So you step up left, turn sideways, and throw this punch. To learn it at first, you'll want to pull it back to your hip. Later on, you can keep this hand up in guard instead. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so that is the sideways vertical punch. So we got 3 versions of the vertical there. We've got the reverse vertical, the twisting reverse vertical, and the sideways vertical. So in the style of Chuan Fa, I learned, which was Chinese Kenpo before the name got changed. Later on, they mixed in Junbao Wushu, which is the Wushu created by James Ebro, and it uses a couple of specialized punches. Because of that, they have gotten added into the yellow belt curriculum. So we're going to go over some of those punches that are going to be used later on in the more Kung Fu Wushu side of the forms. The first one is a roundhouse. It looks pretty similar to a haymaker, and that you step up and you come up swinging wide. The difference is, for one, you're coming into an actual stance. As you're swinging this way and straight arming, you're going to sharp hook that at the end. What you're hoping to do is, if they have a wide guard or a guard that's too far out, you're coming around that guard and swiping the chin or hitting right there on that spot, if you can. Even if you can't do that, you might at least get in, or you might trap their arm, because if their arm is up and you come around, you can catch under your arm and have them trapped and go into a trapping range or a grappling range if you'd rather be in that distance. Okay, so same thing, we're just going to step up, turn sideways into our horse stance, and throw a roundhouse punch. I'll stand this way again. So you come this way, come around, and you can come back and hit yourself in the chest with this one. Okay, 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. Slow it down a little bit and go over this. 1, so step up sideways, bring it up and around, bend sharp as soon as it's straight out to the side, turning into that horse stance. 2, out to the side, swipe, and drop that stance. You probably won't drop the stance that low in the sparring, but you're going to drop it for forms and practice to get your legs a little stronger and to gain a little bit of flexibility. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, step up, come up, hit the chest. And 10, out, and hit. So we can do just the opposite as well, reverse roundhouse. Looks almost like a back fist. Difference being the back fist, the elbow comes straight, and this one comes out. Whereas this one comes more rounded, using more hip motion. And you're not really trying to hit him with it. If you can hit him with it, great. You can hit with a fist or with a forearm. It's one of the great things about Hung Gar strikes, which is the style of Kung Fu that gets mixed in quite a bit with Kenpo or Chuan Fa. Or these forearm strikes are hitting with a forearm. And that's basically what we're doing there is hitting with a forearm. If they've got their guard up, we can crash into that arm and create openings or just move their guard out of the way. And that's what we want to do. Is anything that's in the way, we want to try to knock it out of the way and be ready for a follow-up shot with it. So you want to step up into kind of a modified horse and then swipe up or swipe out into a bow stance. So you're going to go from a modified horse, turning a little wider. Of course, for a complete bow stance, I would want to be in a straight line. So it's a bit of a wide bow stance, but we want to hit there. All right, so let's do that 10 times. 1, step up, bring the fist to the hip, unwind the hips, striking with the back of the fist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side, same thing. So this is a reverse roundhouse punch. That's the name of the technique. So 1, step up into a modified horse, bring the fist to the hip, unwind the hip into a bow stance, coming out, hitting with the forearm in the back of the fist, following all the way through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let's put those two together. Like I said, this is prepping us for a follow-up strike. Kind of leaves us wide open if we don't do anything after, if we don't have our guard up. But it hides that roundhouse punch really well. So it's a combination you'll see in a lot of Southern Kung Fu styles, or you'll see it later on in a form called book set in the more advanced ranks, where it's just here. And that's what you're doing. You're stepping up, doing the reverse roundhouse punch, followed by the roundhouse punch, and then doing it on the other side. All right, so we're going to do that. Little combination 10 times. We're just going to step up, bring the right fist to the waist, come straight across, let the left hand follow, coming right along with it, When it gets center line, hook sharp. And this hand will go straight back. Be ready for the next hammer fist or whatever you're going to do with it. All right. So 1, step up, through and hit. You can also come back and stop on your chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and if you're looking for stances, remember, 10, it's modified horse into a bow stance. All right, let's do the other side. 1, so modified horse, bring the back fist back. All right, come straight across, follow it with the right hand, come back and hit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so another variation. Instead of knocking the guard out of the way, now some people who like to hold that guard a little too far out, I like to use this on more Muay Thai type fighters that keep those elbows out and up because there's this little space in between. So we can step up and do a hanging punch if you can get it in time. So you step up just like we're about to throw that reverse roundhouse, but instead of coming straight across, you come up and over. You unwind your hips into that horse stance to bring the power downward. Starting from here, up, swing those hips down and hit. And what you're doing there, like I said, is they've got their guard a little too wide. So you step up and you come right between the guard. And you're dragging the back of your fist down their face. So we're going to do that one 10 times. So again, we step up into a modified horse, fist back by the hip, overhand, turn the hips, switch the stance, and pull the fist downward sharply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, so step up to a modified horse, bring the fist back to the hip, up, switch the stance, and pull the hand down as sharp as you can down the center of the body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, before we add more, let's do a quick review. of our punches so far, because in the Chuan Fa system there are a lot of punches for just yellow belt. So start off horse stance, flat, left hand out, straight punch, double punch, triple punch, back fist punch, other side, soft bow, forward punch, reverse punch, vertical punch, twisting reverse vertical punch, other side, forward punch, reverse punch, vertical punch, twisting reverse vertical punch, and up, side waist vertical punch, other side, roundhouse punch, other side, reverse roundhouse punch, other side, and over the head roundhouse punch. That's what we've covered so far. So now let's add another one called a side horse power punch. It's almost like the sideways vertical, except this punch is coming face level and it's going to be a flat punch instead of a vertical punch. Before we throw the punch, we're going to reach out and grasp. So think about grabbing the arm or possibly grabbing the hair. After that, the motion is a lot like drawing a bow back. You reach in and grab. You step in, pull the arm or the head back. As you thrust the fist outwards, turning completely sideways, keeping a grasp with your left hand while pushing out with your right hand. It's pretty common application would be they throw the punch, you grab it and pull back and punch under the arm to keep sort of an arm lock, especially if you pull down and bar the arm. So that's your side horse power punch, right? So I'll do that sideways so you can see it, and we'll do it 10 times. So 1, reach out and grasp. Step up, turn sideways as you pull this hand back, thrust the other hand forward into a fist, dropping into a horse stance. 2, grab, pull, and punch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side, same technique. Grab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so that's the side horse power punch. I believe that covers most, or if not all, of the punches. So if you watched the last class, we did most of the first form called star blocks. It's a basic form to teach you all of your blocks really quick. If you want in the last class, I'll try to take this one slow enough that you can follow along easily enough. But if you need extra help, refer to class 11. All right. So starting off, your heels are together, back is straight. Just bring your right fist up and touch your left palm. You're going to step out right, dropping into a horse stance. Try to keep your spine straight, head up, keep that stance deep for a good stretch. Do an upper block by bringing the hand up and turning the forearm over. You're going to do an inward block by bringing that arm down and over just a little bit past the nose. From there, you're going to do an outward block by bringing the hand the other way, stopping at the shoulder. Turn that to an extended outward block by turning the hand around and extend the arm on out about even with the knee, right above the knee. From there, you're going to circle this hand around and do a downward block. You bring that hand back up to the waist. You're going to repeat that entire sequence on the other side. So you bring your left hand up into an upward block, turning that forearm over. Bring it down just a little bit past the face into an inward block. Bring that out to an outward block and keep turning it and go a little further to an extended outward block. Circle that around and down to a downward block. Bring that hand back to your waist. At that point, you're going to do it on both sides. So you bring both hands up into upward blocks. Both hands in into an inward block. Both hands out to an outward block and out further to an extended outward block. Bring them both to the center. I usually do left hand on the inside, but I'm not sure that it really matters here. It's just how I've always naturally done it. And bring it out to a downward block. And that comes back to the waist. And come back up. And that's as far as we went in the last class. So we're going to do that 2 more times, and then we'll add to it. We'll do these next 2 times just a little bit faster. All right. So 2, heels together, back straight, fist touches palm, step out, kick the heels out, sit down into horse stance, bring those hands back to the hip. Try to keep your spine perfectly aligned. Think of a string holding your head up from the ceiling so that you don't slouch. And begin blocks on the right side first. So the right hand does an upward block by coming up above the head with a slight angle. An inward block by turning and going a little bit past the nose. Go from an outward block all the way to an extended outward block in one motion. And then circle back around into a downward block. Then bring that back to your hip and repeat that entire sequence on the other side. If you need to, this is a good point to fix your stance. Go down a little deeper if you think you can tolerate it, or if you're not feeling a good stretch in your legs or any pressure. If you're straight legged, it's going to be too relaxed and you're not going to feel like you're working out. If you bring that down to more of a squatting position, it's going to feel like you're doing a squat, and it's going to feel more like an exercise, and that's what you want to feel. Okay, so repeat that sequence on the left side. Upward block, inward block, all the way out to an extended outward block and a downward block. Both hands upward block, both hands inward block, both hands all the way to extended outward blocks, and then circling around doing downward blocks on both sides. We'll come up, relax your legs just a little bit to give them a rest. Do that one more time, and then on this time, we'll add a couple of techniques to it. All right, so a little bit faster than last time. 3, right hand touches left palm. Kick the heels out as you step out twice, slant your shoulders. Bend down to your horse stance. Bring that back, spine straight. Upward block, inward block, extended outward block, downward block. Other side. Upward block, inward block, outward block, extended outward block, and downward block. Bring it up. Both sides. Upward block, inward block, extended outward blocks, and downward blocks. This time, you're only going to bring your left hand back and keep your right hand out. You're going to bring that across. It's called a reverse hand block. And what that is off of a street kick. Someone's throwing a kick up, so you're just moving it over. Just basically slapping it with your hand, right? So once you do it on this side, you just go to the other side and do it there. So as this hand comes out, this one's pulling back to the waist. That way you get a little power in those blocks. After you do the reverse hand blocks, just once on each side, you're going to do a palm up reverse hand block. Same block, but the palm is up. We use that later on in purple belt and green belt for what we call a stop kick or a kick block. They'll throw a roundhouse and we'll step back and hit it with that reverse hand block and hit it again. Could either be a downward block or, well, it's generally a downward block, but knocks the kick down after stopping it. Hurts the leg quite a bit too. So to get used to that, we do our palm reverse hand blocks and our palm up reverse hand blocks. So we'll add just that much to it and we'll do it 3 more times. 1, right hand touches left palm, horse stance. Try to kick the heels out if you can. Get that stance low, that back straight. Upward block, inward block, extended outward block, downward block. Bring it back to your waist. Other side. Upward block, inward block, extended outward block, and downward block. Bring it back to your waist. Both hands, double up, double in, double out, double down. Oh, sorry, it's left hand first instead of right hand first. Palm reverse hand block, reverse hand block. Palm up, reverse hand block, palm up, reverse hand block. And all right, 2. Open, stance, commence blocking. Upward, inward, outward, downward. Bring that back. Upward block, inward block, extended outward block, downward block. Bring that back. Both hands, upward block, inward block, extended outward block, and downward block. Bring that back. Left hand reverse hand block, other side. Left hand palm up, reverse hand block, other side. Come up, and we do that 1 more time. And then we add to it. We'll go ahead and go all the way to the end and finish that form out. There's not that much of it left, and it's fairly easy. All right, and 3. Oh, sorry. Besides just touching your fist, sometimes we step with it. Either way is correct or fine. It's just kind of, people have different styles and choose different paths. Okay, so we open up, step out into horse stance, upward block, inward block, extended outward, and downward. Other side. Upward block, inward block, extended outward, and downward. Bring it back. Double up, double in, double extended outward, and double downward. Reverse hand block, reverse hand block. Palm up, reverse hand block, palm up, reverse hand block. This is where we want the downward press. So this hand just comes to the chest and presses down. Think of patting down a kick. When someone kicks up, we're just pressing down. Or if they grab your shirt, you're pushing their hand off of you. And then we do it on the other side. After the 2 punches, after the downward pressing blocks, we do 2 straight punches. After the 2 straight punches, we'll do the 2 45 punches and 2 punches at 90 degrees. We finish off with 2 elbows, doing left elbow, right elbow, touch the hands together, and come back. And I know that's adding quite a bit at once, so we'll go over it kind of slowly, and we'll do it 3 more times. Okay, so right hand touches left palm, step out into your stance. Upward block, inward block, extended outward block, downward block. Same thing on the other side. Just up, in, out, and down. Both hands, double up, double in, double outwards, and double downwards. Left hand does a reverse hand block. Right hand does a reverse hand block. Left hand does a palm up reverse hand block. Right hand does a palm up reverse hand block. Left hand does a downward press. Right hand does a downward press. Double punch. Do a double punch again, except at 45-degree angles. One more double punch, but at 90-degree angles. And then 2 elbows. Straight up. Right hand touches the left palm. Bring the feet together. Hands come up, out to the side to finish that form. And that is the first form in Chuan Fa or Kenpo star blocks. You may see that American Kenpo has a slightly different variation, but it is very close enough not to matter. This was the Chinese Kenpo version. Like I said, the style eventually started being called Chuan Fa instead. Chuan Fa being the Chinese word for Kenpo. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that 2 more times. 2. Right hand touches palm. Horse stance. Sink down into that stance. Keep that back straight. Upper block. Inward block. Extended outward block. Downward block. Bring it back. Other side. Upper block. Inward block. Extended outward block. Downward block. Bring that back. Both sides. Upper block. Inward block. Extended outward block. Downward block. Bring the right hand back. Reverse hand block. Reverse hand block. Palm up, reverse hand block. Palm up, reverse hand block. Downward press. Downward press. Double punch. 45 degrees. 90 degrees. Left elbow, right fist touches palm, come up. All right, one more time. And 3. Touch hands. Come out. Let's do upper block, inward block, outward block, downward block. Bring that back. Other side. Upper block, inward block, extended outward block, and downward block. Bring that back. Both sides. Double up, in, extend it out, and down. Right hand comes back. Reverse hand block. Other side, reverse hand block. Other side, palm up, reverse hand block. Other side, palm up, reverse hand block. Downward press, downward press. Double punch, 45 degrees, 90 degrees. Left vertical elbow, right vertical elbow. Right fist touches left palm, and come back. All right, so that completes Form 1, Star Blocks form. Let's go ahead and do a quick review of what we've done in this class and see what all you remember. We're just going to do it 2 times on each side real quick. So let's go horse stance, left hand out, single punch, 2, double punch, 2, triple punch, 2, back fist punch, 2, other side, 2, left leg forward, right foot back, forward punch, 2, reverse punch, 2, vertical punch, 2, twisting reverse vertical, 1 and 2, switch sides, forward punch, 1 and 2, reverse punch, 1 and 2, vertical punch, 1 and 2, twisting reverse vertical punch, 1 and 2. Bring the legs together, sideways vertical punch. I'll do this one sideways. 1 and 2. Other side, 1 and 2. Roundhouse punch, 1 and 2. Other side, 1 and 2. Reverse roundhouse punch, 1 and 2. Other side. 1 and 2. Over the head roundhouse, also known as a hanging punch. 1 and 2. Other side. 1 and 2. And a side horse power punch. Shout and grab. 1 and 2. And on the other side. 1 and 2. And then after that, we had star blocks the entire form. Begin. Open up. All right, so that's what we've covered so far. So let's go ahead and do a couple of kicks to remind us a little bit of what we did last week. Let's get into soft bow and throw the snap kick low. Let's do that 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. We'll throw the roundhouse kick low. Can also be known as a wheel kick. I'm going to turn the leg sideways rather than keeping it straight up and down like we would with a front kick. Turn this foot, brings that knee past the target. We want to extend the leg and then bring it back. So if I do this one slowly, bring it up from the side, twist this front foot, hit, and then come back. Just like that. Okay. So 10 of those. Don't throw them very high. Let's throw them right here at the thigh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Same kick. Roundhouse kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's get into a horse stance. Let's throw a knife edge kick or a side snap kick. So this one's going to come up. Just going out to the side. Just snap out. Again, try to lift the toe and push the heel out. And it makes it to where you hit with more of the blade of your foot rather than just the bottom of the side. Does a little more damage. Okay. 1. So up, out, hitting with the blade of the foot, come back, and set down. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Other side, same kick. 1. Oh, the previous. So the steps again. 2. 1. I like to come up, kind of rest on my shin. 2. Come out, hit with the blade of the foot. 3. Come back to where you were in step 1. And 4 is just setting down. Okay. 3. 4. It's good to practice it slow at first. Make sure you're kicking that heel out. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay, let's do one more kick. So we learned one new kick today. I'm going to do the rear snap kick. So I'm going to do this one facing sideways. We'll just do it 5 times on each side. You're going to lift your leg. Look behind you, but not all the way behind you, because if you do, it'll turn your hips and you'll throw a kick sideways instead of backwards. So glance, kick behind you, bring it back, and set down. Okay. 1. And kick low at first, because this kick's really hard to get right. So try to think kicking them in the shin, putting your foot flat on theirs. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Other side. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right, that is it for today. So we will go ahead and close out there. So right hand up, left hand beside it, step up sideways, step forward, push out, grab, and come back. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I teach every Tuesday and Thursday at 7. Try to put a few more videos out throughout the week, a couple of tutorials, a couple of things just for fun. If there's something you want to go over, something you want to learn, feel free to comment on one of the videos or email me at arkansaswushu arkansaswushu@gmail.com. That's right. And if I don't put out a video this weekend, I'll see you guys Tuesday for the next class. Thank you for joining me.